Welcome to the Planetary Outlook. Today we're going to be looking at the powerful blood moon eclipse that occurs on March 3rd, 2026. The planetary energy of the eclipse will be in effect for the next 6 months. Let's break it down. The eclipse is in Virgo Pisces axis and illuminates order versus surrender, facts versus faith, discernment versus diffusion, precision versus mysticism. And during a blood moon, that polarity becomes undeniable. The moon in Virgo wants analysis, correction, and accountability. It seeks proof. But we have a strong Piscean energy surrounding this eclipse. The Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars are all in Pisces. The ruler of the full moon eclipse is Mercury, and Mercury is retrograde. Mercury is not operating in its preferred terrain. In Pisces, Mercury becomes intuitive, symbolic, and nonlinear. And because it's retrograde, it indicates a review, a reconsideration, and resurfacing of information. Even more important, Mercury is under the sun's beams within 8 degrees of the Piscean sun. Mercury is partially obscured and hidden. The information is present, but it's not fully visible. Conversations are happening, but they have not been revealed. Truth exists, but it is submerged. And remember, Mercury rules the Virgo full moon. So the climax of this eclipse is being filtered through a retrograde, hidden Mercury in Pisces. This tells us something is being re-examined before it is fully clarified. Let's take a look at Venus in Pisces. Venus in Pisces is exalted, compassionate, idealistic, sacrificial. This brings themes of empathy, diplomacy, and emotional sensitivity into the atmosphere. Venus in Pisces can also romanticize. It can blur boundaries. It prefers hope over hard reality. Mercury retrograde is separating from Venus in Pisces, which tells us that a conversation or agreement or understanding may have occurred, and now it is being reconsidered. Words spoken may not fully match intentions. Diplomatic gestures may require clarification. This separation can bring disillusionment, the dissolving of a romanticized narrative. It can also reveal where compassion overrode practicality. The separating aspect suggests that whatever was agreed upon is not final, it is still in revision. And because Mercury remains under the sunbeams, the full story is not yet visible. Now let's talk about Mars. Mars at 0 degrees of Pisces is significant. 0 degrees is raw and initiatory. This is the beginning of a new phase of activity. Mars in Pisces does not charge forward directly. It moves through the currents. It operates subtly, sometimes indirectly. Mars is also under the sun's beams, within 11 degrees of the sun. Action is not yet fully visible, and motivation may be obscured. This is not loud warfare energy. This is concealed movement and strategic positioning going on behind the scenes. Let's talk about Jupiter. Jupiter is retrograde in Cancer at 15 degrees, and it's forming a sextile to the Virgo moon and a trine to the Pisces sun and Mercury on the blood moon eclipse. This is stabilizing energy. Jupiter in Cancer is protective, nationalistic, security focused. It emphasizes homeland, family, and emotional safety. Because it is retrograde, the protection is reflective, reconsidering security strategies, reviewing alliances, and reassessing priorities. And here's the turning point. Jupiter goes direct on March 10th. This eclipse happens just before that shift. Once Jupiter turns direct, decisions that were reconsidered can move forward with confidence. Then Mercury goes direct on March 20th. Clarity follows reflection. First exposure, then stabilization, then movement. Notice the structure? The moon opposite the sun and Mercury. Motion opposes identity. Data challenges the narrative. Details confront the dream. This eclipse is a confrontation between reality and illusion, but with Jupiter supporting both sides harmoniously, this does not automatically indicate collapse. It suggests adjustment, a recalibration, a recognition that something must be corrected before forward progress can be made. Something is being negotiated behind the scenes, and clarity will only fully emerge after Mercury stations direct on March 20th, as all planets will be direct until May 6th. This is significant. As the eclipse momentum builds, this blood moon does not scream chaos. It whispers, review what you believe, examine what you trusted, reassess what you assumed. Once all the planets in the sky are direct, decisions will no longer linger in limbo. They will move. As the story continues, March 18th, 2026, we enter the March new moon, a new cycle and a shift in momentum. The blood moon is the revelation, the new moon is the reset. We'll be breaking down how that next phase builds, where the energy concentrates, and what it signals going forward. So if you want to stay ahead of the planetary curve, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of the Planetary Outlook. Let the sky be your guide.